Hey guys, KiwiSylveon, and this is Seduce Me, my princess, Uberes, or Uzeres, Eric's little epilogue. I did Matthews, and I have to keep looking on Twitter to see if Michaela releases that, but she did release the beach one, which I will do eventually with all those boys, all 5 of them. Oh, God. But here we go. Now, he is hooked up with Heidi. When you're dating someone, you expect surprises. Depending on who you're dating, the surprises can range from a new habit they may have or something that may change how you see them. When it comes to dating a demon, the possibilities become endless. That was right. I was in love with the demon. The many surprises he showed me include him being an incubus, him having tentacle powers, and him being ex-noble from a large expanding kingdom. I didn't think anything could take the cake on top of those things. I was wrong. I found myself dressed to the nines, sitting in my fiance's luxury car as we drove into the city of Chicago. I didn't wear fancy clothes often, so feeling the lavish fabric of the gown I was wearing against my skin was almost uncomfortable. Still, I had to admit, when I saw myself in the mirror, I was floored at how I looked. I was in a beautifully designed red and black dress with matching heels and jeweled accessories. I still never know how Erik was able to attain it all, but he gifted the gowns, the shoes, and the jewelry to me with a simple smile. Oh, screw you, Erik. Oh, turn that down. And I am using a new headset, so it might sound a little different. It's gonna be weird for me too, so. A part of me knew that he had made the dress by hand. He owned a custom suit shop and had access to the finest fabrics in the city. His skill wasn't limited to suits, however. He could make anything that was deemed as formal wear. As for the shoes and jewelry, I couldn't figure it out and had decided to let it go. The drive to the city became one filled with curiosity. Why did I have to be dressed up? Where exactly were we going? Okay, so Heidi in the past game was like a little preppy, but she kind of matured after being with Erik for however long it's been, maybe a year, I don't know. But she's matured. Erik?
Yes, my princess?
Where are we going? A chuckle escaped Eric's lips as he continued to drive into the night.
I told you, it's a surprise.
I could see Heidi pursing her lips like, tell me, please. A surprise that requires me to dress up like I'm going to a prom?
Not a prom, exactly.
Still, Erik, you are so handsome. I don't know if... Well, because I got Sadie's gaming headset, so I don't know if it's picking up all my little inhales, exhales, or something, because I'm trying to mess around with it a little bit, because I've never used one. But I love it already. Erik? Erik's smile grew as he lowered a hand from the wheel and took a gentle hold of mine, bringing it to his lips and laying a butterfly kiss over it.
I promise you will enjoy yourself. You have my word.
All right. I stared at Erik, a small blush adorning my face at his gentle words and kiss. Giving up at last, I nodded and simply let him guide us further into the heart of the city. I don't know if you can see my mouse, probably not. Chicago was a beautiful city, especially at night. The lights that illuminated the streets and buildings were a grand sight to behold, and the lively aura of the night's energy that filled every alley and sidewalk was simply enchanting. You could take me out of Chicago, but you can never take the love of Chicago out of me. That's pretty much, if you grew up somewhere, you can never grow out of the town. Like me, I grew up in a place called Mankato. Well, Minnesota, of course, because I'm a Minnesota girl. And I love Mankato. It may keep growing, but it will still be my home. I was born there. I spent 14 years of my life there, roughly. And yeah, it's just you can't get taken out. You can get taken out of the place you grew up, but you can't grow out of the love you had for it. To my surprise, the traffic toward our destination was almost non-existent. Uh-oh. What'd you do, Eric? Did you have Sam redirect traffic again? Because it's known that Sam's a police cop. Police cop, wow. Police officer. There we go. We were in the richest part of Chicago, and at last we arrived at our destination. One that took me completely off guard. The outside looked like a regular business building. At the very top of the tower was a large sign that said The Gateway in bright yellow colors. Something about it stood out somehow, which made me curious. What was in store in this place? Erik led me out of the car, opening my door for me and escorted me out with a gentle hand. Oh, he's such a gentleman. This is why he's my number 3, bae. Sam's my number 1. Back off, Carrie. He's mine. I don't care if you're technically his anyhow, but Sam's mine. Mine! Sam's bae. He's a tsundere, or whatever you want to call it. Why did my phone go off? Oh. I hope you can't hear that, but probably not, because I have a noise canceling on my headset, so. As he closed the door behind me, a man dressed in a bellboy suit rushed up to Erik and held out his hand. You're not getting a tip, boy. He's mine. Well, he's Heidi's, but still points there. Erik dug his hands into his tuxedo pocket and took out a small white envelope, passing it and his car keys to the bellboy. Erik, you better hope he doesn't steal that car. Otherwise, we're going to have to call Sam for a ride. Or probably James or Matthew or even Damien. The bellboy took the items and quickly rushed over to the driver's side of the car, driving off like a valet. Whoa. I've heard that in my headset. I watched the car head into a nearby parking lot as I unconsciously took Erik's arm. As I turned back to him, I could tell that I was in for more surprises. He handed me a mask and silently instructed me to put it on as we walked up the steps into the door. It fit like a glove. Speaking of gloves, he's wearing one, and he's so cute. Michaela, you've outdone yourself with the new designs. I still wish you would do it like Snooze Me 3, like, just to catch up with everybody, like, if they have kids. I know that's... they might, considering how often they go at it. A pair of bellboys opened the doors for Erik and me, revealing a lavish lobby with a single large pedestal platform in the middle of the room. Stepping up to it, we were stopped by a large woman in a dress suit.
Invitation?
Erik, can I hide behind you, please? I looked at Erik, watching him take out a golden slip of paper. He got a golden ticket, by the way. From his pocket and passed it to the woman. The guard looked over the parchment before nodding to Erik and stepping away from our path to the pedestal. Where on earth were we going? Shouldn't you be asking where in the 7 worlds we were going? Or whatever, 5 worlds or whatever. I remained silent still as we stepped out to the platform and settled into the middle of it. Erik guiding us to stop and stay still in place. Erik nodded to the guard, who simply nodded back and waved her hand in the air. As she did, the pedestal beneath us suddenly shifted and began to rise into the air. Oh shit. Whoa! I gripped Erik tightly as the platform beneath us ascended through the building. All around us were sights of pictures and diamond chandeliers. Whatever this was, I could tell this was by no means a regular event. When we reached the top floor, or what I assumed to be the top floor, we were greeted by a pair of women in waitress suits, bowing to us in respect. As their bird-tail feathers and pure black eyes presented themselves to me, I knew then that this was a demon party. Oh yeah, we're getting it down with demons. But stay away from Erik. The doors opened to a large ballroom, one that definitely didn't seem to fit inside a large suite room. I added a word in there. Yay, me! All around were couples and groups mingling and dancing elegantly to the sound of Victorian-style orchestral music. I was astonished, even as I was led by Eric. Everyone was dressed in modern formal wear with a range of dresses and tuxedos. It was almost dizzying how much the age music clashed with the modern fashion of the patrons. Yet I couldn't tear my eyes away from the sight of the guests. Wow.
Welcome to a small taste of the demon world, my princess.
The guests were all demons, some with horns, some with tails, and the rest were with an assortment of different looks. It was a conglomerate of people, and I felt a bit out of place as someone who looked obviously human. Heidi, dear heart, my Heidi, you are a human. As we stepped further into the space, a voice chirped out.
Erik, my boy, come fly over here, will you?
Who's this? Do I need to kick him? Oh, I love these designs. I looked over to see a Birdman, with a polished tuxedo wave us over with a very handsome gentleman with mouse ears on his arm. Despite the nerves running through my system, Erik and I walked over. As Erik bowed his head, I quickly courtesied. For some reason, the way the Birdman carried himself made him seem like a prince. I was in awe of his gorgeous tail feathers and beak, accented by the lavish suit he wore.
Connor, you look splendid. I assume you approve of your tuxedo?
Approve? I absolutely love it! Ricardo here won't let go of me because of it.
I looked over at the mouse man, whom I assumed to be Ricardo, as he smiled coyly and hugged Connor's arm tight, nodding agreement of Connor's words. I smiled a bit as Erik laughed.
Very good. Well, thank you for inviting us to your anniversary celebration. It is an honor to be in such company.
Nonsense! Thank you for attending! As the son of the most powerful demon in the abyssal planes, it's only proper to invite you regardless. My only regret is not inviting your brothers. I must seem so rude.
Connor? The Demon Lord is a bastard, by the way. He is mean and evil and conniving and evil. Did I mention he's evil? Well, he's still evil and mean, and he does things. And as for the brothers, I think you're better off with just me and Erik, or with Heidi and Erik, because knowing Sam and Matthew, they would race across the damn room to the food. James and Damien would probably hide away and, well, at least Damien would. Poor James would be surrounded by probably female demons going, oh, ah, ooh. And Erik and Heidi would be embarrassed about Sam and Matthew. So yeah, good thing you didn't. Erik waved his hands dismissively.
Think nothing of it. We actually denounced our titles when we came to this world.
Cool.
You don't say. Well, good on you.
Yay!
You do such fabulous work as a designer here. It's no wonder that your suit shop is unmatched.
Please, Connor, don't make Erik's ego go flying through the roof. We don't need him to turn into Sam. Connor finally turned his head to me and cocked it in curiosity. I felt a bit small under his gaze, but smiled respectfully back. Hi.
And who might this lovely lady be? A human?
No, I'm a bear. Erik nodded and lifted my hand to his lips, kissing it respectively before our conversation partners.
This is my wonderful princess. I asked her to accompany me tonight to show her how elegant a demon ball can be.
How marvelous! I rarely get to meet humans. It is an absolute delight to meet you.
Connor held his hand towards me, making me place my hand out of manners. Instead of kissing my hand, he lifted to his beak and very gently nipped a couple of times on the back of it, making me giggle a bit. It's a pleasure to meet you, too. Connor released my hand and smiled at me before looking back at Erik.
Well, Erik, Princess, it's been
Aww.
an absolute pleasure to meet you. Please enjoy the ball. Dance and eat as much as you like.
Will do.
We shall. Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Connor and Ricardo. With that, Eric and I walked away from Connor and Ricardo, both of whom were waving at us before turning to find new conversation partners. So, this is a demon ball.
Yes, Princess. You've been curious about what life was like for me in the demon world, yes?
I nodded. I was indeed curious about Eric's life in the demon world, but I didn't expect him to give me an experience. This was completely out of the blue. Eric gestured to the room where couples were on the dance floor were waltzing in sync. It was mesmerizing.
Well, this is a perfect representation of how Demon Royal celebrated. We had elegant balls filled with dancing and food, and they would only end when the sun came up.
The sun comes up in the demon world? Wait, what? Really? I thought the demon world was like the Dark Ages. This seems like a fairy tale ball, not really medieval. Eric chuckled and walked with me around the dance floor, continuing his explanation.
The demon world may be stuck in the Dark Ages, but we do take inspiration from the human world. Your fairy tales inspired our celebrations.
Cool. I couldn't stop staring at the dancers and demons in the room. There were so many people dressed up like royalty that I felt almost underdressed. There were some glances my way, but none with ill intent. It was probably natural since I was a human in a room full of demons. And if they tried to attack me, I think Eric would send them flying through the windows and probably kill them. Slyly, Eric led me out to the dance floor and began to waltz with me to the music. Oh, this music. Christopher Escalante, you are amazing. In case you don't know, Christopher Escalante voices Erik, and he did all the music. With a little help from Jonah Scott, who voices Damien in some occasions. But this is all Christopher's. We remained outside the crowd, dancing to our own beat and sways as the rest of the dancers kept in time and step with the synchronized dancing. So, instead of getting phones and computers, you got balls and dresses?
You are correct. The demon world has no need for computers or phones, but new traditions of celebration are always welcomed.
No raves or clubs?
Too human for our tastes.
No late shows or DJs?
That would require electricity, my princess, which we don't care to use. To us, it's a waste of energy.
True. I pursed my lip at Eric as he slowly began to ease us into the crowd. I barely noticed the dancers moving aside and stopping their dances to stare at us as I locked eyes with Eric, continuing the conversation. Do demons have balls often?
Unfortunately, no. Hosting celebrations take a large amount of resources, so we save balls for only the most grand of occasions.
Like birthdays?
Demons don't celebrate birthdays, princess. However, we celebrate the peaceful uniting of kingdoms or the crowning of a new ruler.
Oh, pooh. I became fascinated, even as Eric began to twirl me around and add elaborate steps into the dance between us. We both focused on each other as we let the world around us fade into a blurred outline of people and decor.
However, the human world has provided demons here the means to celebrate many more things.
Like Connor's anniversary? Eric nodded and dipped me for a moment, staring deep into my eyes.
Exactly.
Oh my god, Eric. You're so cute. So kawaii. He is the definition of kawaii desu. If my heart didn't belong to Sam, I would give it to you, Eric. But Sam, in its doofishness, or his dorkishness, stole it. I held on to Eric, mesmerized in his lovely purple eyes. I squeezed his hand gently and caused him to lift me back up and hold me close in a loving embrace.
And one day, I would love to hold an elegant ball for our union.
Oh. My face began to glow a soft rosy red as I smiled up at my prince. I loved him with every ounce of my being, and a fairy tale wedding and ball seemed like a perfect way to celebrate. I stretched up on my toes and kissed Erik ever so gently before pulling away with a giggle. I would love that. Erik stared at me in surprise for a moment before chuckling and nuzzling his head against mine, a playful but loving smirk on his lips.
My beautiful princess, I am yours forever.
And I am yours, my Prince Charming. And the night became one of fairy tale dancing and a seemingly happy ever after for me and my demon prince. But that is so sweet. Erik is like the best around. And I am off today, I believe. Let me just recheck this, because... Yeah, I'm off today, so I can do a few things. Plus, I'm getting my hair done to make it awesome. But yeah. And sorry I haven't been uploading. It's because, A, XSplit was being a dick to me a few times, and B, I am suddenly now one of 3 closers for where I work. In case you guys are new, I work at a Burger King, so fun. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting the next couple months. Because there are people leaving, I have to train people, there are people getting promoted that are around me, and all this fun stuff. But I will make like an update video eventually when I get the chance. To let you know what's going on, what I plan to do about YouTube and stuff. Anyway, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what Incubus is actually your favorite. For me, it's Sam, and then it's James, and then Erik, and then Matthew and Damien are tied. I could never pick between the cinnamon roll and the precious baby. So, yeah. Remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in Seduce Me 2 in James's route. Because I have to get him going. See you guys then. Bye.